And I wish that he makes a lot of money in the sport and he could take care of his family forever. But I will show him that he does not belong in the ring with me. I will get him out of there for sure. And I'm not just talking like Teofimo. I'm actually going to do it.
You believe that fight's going to happen at some point?
I do. And if it doesn't, great. I don't care. Like, I'm so
But
tired.
what are your goals then now?
My goals are obviously to win titles, but I mean,
you're kind of above titles. Like,
I'm above titles. I'm above titles, and I'm above bullshit. So.
All right, that was Ryan Garcia on the Chris Mannix podcast, and he was talking about how he believes he'll destroy George Kambosos if they ever get in the ring. But real quick, before we get back into his interview with Chris Mannix, I can't believe how much smoke people be blowing up this dude behind, man. And don't get me wrong, he's talented. Look at the hand speed. I mean, you see it on the screen. The hand speed is second to none, and he has the golden boy look, you know, like a modern day Oscar De La Hoya. I get it, but he still lacks certain things that nobody seems to talk about when it comes to the guy. Now, people love throwing his resume up, and that was a heck of a counter shot he just hit him with. But the guy does still have flaws. But my issue is, how are you going to say a guy that only fought one contender? That's all you've beaten is one guy that you would even consider a contender. Everybody else have been tomato cans and marshmallows. You see what I'm saying? So how can you say you are above or beyond titles? You ain't even won one. I could see if you was Canelo saying that or Floyd Mayweather saying that. Heck, it ain't too many boxers you could say, and that's in the history of the sport. Maybe a Sugar Ray Leonard, somebody like that. Oscar De La Hoya, perhaps, is above titles. Mike Tyson, gotcha. But they accomplished stuff to earn that. As George Kambosos Jr. said, only thing you accomplished is building a social media following. That's a massive one. I give you that all day, but that's all you have accomplished. That's ridiculous. But let's get back to see what else they had to say.
So, I don't care if I could win a stupid title that doesn't mean anything. I care about beating some good fighters. So, if it so happens that Lomachenko gets the bouts from Kambosos, I will be the first one to fight Lomachenko. Because Lomachenko knows I can fight. And I think that would be a great fight. Because he's shorter than me, but he's going to be trying to apply that pressure, and I'm going to be, you know, it's just going to be a fun fight. You know, he's going to be very weary for my shit. He knows, and I have to watch out for his pressure, you know, and his technical abilities. So I'll be looking forward to that. If not, I want to fight Teofimo at 140, knock him out, and then hopefully get Tank Davis. And when I say knockout, guys, you got to remember, I will say I'll knock out every single person because I don't see anybody surviving. But if they do, great. I will make it into a dogfight because I love it. It's like boxing's fun to me. You won't ever have an easy fight with me for sure. But I will always go for the knockout.
First time.
All right, now he said that if he don't get George Kambosos Jr., he would love to get a hold of Vasily Lomachenko. And he said that he believes he'll knock him out. Now, I'll be honest with you. That matchup, to a certain degree, does appear that it might actually favor Ryan because of the height and the speed. But Ryan don't use a lot of lateral movement, and he tends to go backwards a lot. It would be interesting to see how Lomachenko footwork would, if it would throw him off, or if Ryan could catch him, you know, trying to come in, or actually be the aggressor and back Lomachenko up. It would be very interesting to see how that play out. Then he said if not, he will move up to 140 to fight Teofimo Lopez. Once again, he said he believe he'll stop him by knockout. Then he said he would like to fight his longtime nemesis, Tank Davis, which is a fight they've been trying to put together for like the last 2 or 3 years. So he had a lot to say, and can't criticize him for saying he want to fight the top guys in the division. And so I mean, it is what it is. My only issue with him is like his brashness. I'm not mad at the young man for being confident. Boots Ennis, you know, he's saying some of the same things at welterweight, but you have the right to say the same thing about Boots Ennis. Whoever you beat, that was a top guy. At least at this point, he's fought several different contenders, former contenders, people that fought for titles. I think at this point, Ryan only fought one. Or then again, maybe it was 2, because I believe Francisco Fonseca, Ryan beat him, and I believe he fought Tank Davis the night Tank got stripped of his title for being overweight, if I'm not mistaken. At the end of the day, I just want to see all these guys get in the ring. Ryan is definitely, talent-wise, up there. Only difference, we haven't seen him fight anybody. Like, we seen all these guys, you know, Devin, Tank, Lomachenko, Teofimo, even Kambosos. We've seen them fight somebody that we felt like was at the least championship material. Whether it was at 126, 130, 135, 140. But we haven't seen him go through that yet. So it's a lot of questions that need to be answered with Ryan, and this fight against Tagu ain't gonna answer nothing. Except, can you beat up another guy that's not a top contender? It is what it is. But I will say this. It's very interesting. He didn't say Devin Haney's name. I find that to be extremely interesting, especially considering, you know, with all this I'm above titles, he had a chance to fight Devin Haney for that WBC belt, and he turned it down. And that would have been the biggest fight of his career. And that would have been the biggest payday of his career. So, I don't know. I just find that to be extremely telling. It seems like he really don't want to fight Devin Haney, even though a couple weeks to a month ago, he said in an interview that he'll knock him out. Well, we'll see how that play out. Because at this rate, him and Devin Haney might not fight till they get the welterweight or something. And both of them eventually will be at 147. Unless they can't make it through 140. And who knows how that'll play. Especially with Teofimo Lopez up there. And Regis Progress. And oh my goodness, Gary Russell, I think it's Gary Antoine Russell. Whew, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That dude look like ain't none of them dudes gonna get past him. He is definitely the future at 140 and possibly at 147. Man, Gary Russell Jr. little brother look like a monster. And I ain't just saying that. But anyway, that's for another video. And that's pretty much all I got this here. Busting Boxes on Fight Doctor. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that notification bell. Hit me up in the comment section. Let me know, is Ryan Garcia still too green to be running his mouth and talking about who he gonna do this to and that to? I look at it like this. Look, I don't mind the trash talk. Just get in the ring with somebody. It don't have to be one of the tip-top guys, but get a Joji Diaz on your resume. Get a Javier Fortuna on your resume. Get through these dudes first. I mean, this Tagu fight, I guess that's about that level, man. No, matter of fact, I can't even say that, because Diaz and Fortuna, they're former champions. So, I mean, come on, man. Get somebody in the ring that's credible. And that's pretty much all I got this here. Busting Boxes on Fight Doctor. I am out.